The UFC is always evolving, and every year, new fighters rise to the top. But who has what it takes to become a champion in 2025? These 5 fighters are hungry, dangerous, and on the verge of greatness. Could one of them be the next UFC superstar? Let's find out. Heavyweight champion. Tom Aspinall is one of the most exciting heavyweights in the UFC today, and 2025 could be the year he becomes the undisputed champion. Hailing from England, Aspinall has a unique combination of speed, power, and technical skills rarely seen in the heavyweight division. His boxing is crisp, his footwork is exceptional for a big man, and he has a dangerous ground game, thanks to his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Aspinall's rise in the UFC has been nothing short of spectacular. He finished most of his opponents quickly, showcasing his ability to end fights with devastating knockouts or slick submissions. In 2023, he won the interim UFC heavyweight championship by knocking out Sergey Pavlovich in just over a minute, proving that he belongs at the top. Now, with Jon Jones recovering from injury, the division is in flux. If Jones returns and faces Aspinall, it could be one of the biggest fights in heavyweight history. If Jones vacates the title, Aspinall could fight for the undisputed belt against another top contender, like Stipe Miocic or Cyril Gane. Either way, his well-rounded skill set and athleticism make him a prime candidate to take over the heavyweight division in 2025. Lightweight champion. Arman Tsarukyan is one of the most dangerous rising stars in the UFC lightweight division, and 2025 could be the year he finally claims the championship. Born in Armenia and raised in Russia, Tsarukyan has a strong background in wrestling and sambo, which makes him a nightmare matchup for almost anyone at 155 pounds. Tsarukyan first made waves in the UFC when he debuted against Islam Makhachev in 2019. Even though he lost a close decision, he impressed everyone by giving Makhachev one of his toughest fights. Since then, he has improved dramatically, sharpening his striking, improving his cardio, and adding more finishing ability to his arsenal. His dominant performances over top contenders like Beneil Dariush and Manoush Gamrot have proven that he's ready for a title shot. With the lightweight division constantly evolving, Tsarukyan is positioned to make his move in 2025. If he gets a fight against Makhachev again, it could be a rematch for the ages. With his relentless pace, elite grappling, and growing striking game, he has all the tools to dethrone the champion and become the new king of the lightweight division. Welterweight division. Shavkat Rakhmonov is one of the scariest prospects in the UFC, and 2025 might be the year he takes over the welterweight division. Hailing from Kazakhstan, Rakhmonov is undefeated in his MMA career, finishing every single opponent he has faced, an almost unheard-of accomplishment at the highest level of the sport. Rakhmonov is a complete fighter. His striking is powerful and precise, his grappling is dominant, and his fight IQ is off the charts. Whether he's standing up or on the ground, he constantly threatens his opponents with knockouts and submissions. His ability to seamlessly transition between striking and grappling makes him a nightmare matchup for anyone in the division. As of now, he's on the verge of a title shot, and with current champion Leon Edwards defending his belt against tough challengers, it's only a matter of time before Rakhmonov gets his opportunity. If he continues his winning streak and maintains his 100% finish rate, he could become the UFC welterweight champion in 2025 and potentially dominate the division for years to come. Featherweight champion. Ilia Topuria is one of the most explosive and well-rounded fighters in the featherweight division, and 2025 could be the year he captures UFC gold. Born in Germany to Georgian parents and later moving to Spain, Topuria has developed into a powerhouse with elite boxing, vicious grappling, and an aggressive fighting style that overwhelms his opponents. Topuria made a statement early in his UFC career by finishing tough opponents like Ryan Hall and Bryce Mitchell, showcasing both his knockout power and elite submission skills. His ability to mix striking and grappling makes him one of the most dangerous challengers in the division. Now, he's closer than ever to a title shot, with reigning champion Alexander Volkanovski facing tough competition and potentially moving up in weight. If Topuria gets his chance in 2025, he has the power, speed, and confidence to dethrone the long-reigning champ or take out whoever holds the belt. With his undefeated record and relentless fighting style, he could be the next big star in the UFC. Middleweight division. Bo Nickal is one of the most hyped prospects in UFC history, and 2025 could be the year he turns that hype into a championship. A former NCAA Division I wrestling champion and three-time national champion at Penn State, Nickal is one of the best wrestlers to ever enter MMA. His dominance on the mat makes him a nightmare matchup for anyone in the middleweight division. Since transitioning to MMA, Nickal has been nothing short of dominant. He has finished all his fights quickly, showcasing not only his world-class wrestling but also surprisingly sharp striking and submission skills. Unlike some pure wrestlers, Nickal is aggressive, constantly hunting for finishes rather than grinding out decisions. While the current middleweight division is stacked with talent, including champions like Dricus du Plessis and contenders like Israel Adesanya and Khamzat Chimaev, Nickal's grappling could be the X-factor that sets him apart. If he continues his rapid rise and secures big wins over top contenders, it's very possible he could be fighting for the belt and winning it by 2025. The road to UFC gold isn't easy, but these 5 fighters have everything it takes to claim a championship in 2025. Will they rise to the occasion and make history? Or will someone else steal the spotlight? Let us know in the comments who you think will be the next UFC champion.